2018, we'll probably see a continued focus on competition issues by our regulators. That's been something we've observed in the latter part of this year, but we're likely to see increasingly next year.
So cases that 5 or 6 years ago began as straightforward regulatory cases, particularly the rate setting cases and the FX cases, would clearly now be dealt with as competition cases. But it's also clear that the FCA and other regulators are not confining themselves to those huge cases involving multi-party chat rooms and the potential for the inappropriate sharing of information and data. We're also seeing, particularly in the UK, an attention to individual and much smaller scale cases. A person from one bank calls a person from another bank and talks about how they do things in a way which narrows the area of competitive uncertainty.
It's been a bit of a sleeper issue for Australia to date, with issues being looked at more through a market integrity lens rather than through a competition lens. But I think that's changing. And the other big change that's coming in is this new prohibition on concerted practices. That's a European notion that's come in, and it has real implications for the financial services sector, particularly around information sharing.
So financial services providers have focused on competition issues, but I think they've understood them from a slightly different perspective to that which the ACCC is now focusing on them. And so we'll likely see an increased compliance focus and to ensure that there really aren't blind spots.
The expectation must be that regulators will be increasingly granular in their focus around conduct issues. I think that's a trend we'll continue to see, and people are going to have to get used to rethinking and recalibrating the way they deal with competitors, particularly when it comes to sharing information in the context of generalized market behavior.